Hey foodies, today on Cooking with Kiana, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the perfect Thanksgiving turkey. I'm going to show you how to get that skin nice and crispy while making sure that turkey is nice and juicy on the inside and full of flavor. So let's go ahead and introduce these ingredients so we can get right into the recipe. So first things first, let's start off with our seasonings. You're gonna need a tablespoon of adobo seasoning, 2 tablespoons of Montreal chicken seasoning, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of rubbed sage. I'm also going to be using this Tony Creole's injectable butter. If you don't know about this stuff, you sleeping. This stuff is so good and it takes that turkey to the next level. And it already comes with its own seasoned butter and injector. You'll also need 2 sticks of butter, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, a half a cup of chopped parsley, 2 small lemons and 1 orange cut into wedges, 2 stalks of celery, 1 large onion, and 1 large carrot, and you just want to make sure that is roughly chopped up. 1 whole garlic and another large onion, but this one you want to chop into quarters. And lastly, you'll need 4 sprigs of thyme, 4 sprigs of rosemary, and 4 sprigs of sage. So first things first, let's get started on the garlic herb butter. You're going to add a tablespoon of garlic paste, your 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, and your half a cup of chopped parsley. You're going to add about a teaspoon of salt and black pepper to your butter. This is just to bring out the flavor, so don't go too crazy on the salt because remember, we will be adding more seasonings to our turkey later. Now you're going to go ahead and press that in with a fork so you can get everything all mixed together. This is why it's important to leave your butter out for at least 30 to 45 minutes. That way it can become nice and soft and spreadable. In the meantime, you're going to take all your spices and mix those together until those are well combined and set that aside. Okay, so now that everything is all prepared, we can get started on this turkey. I'm using a 10-pound turkey, already washed it off and patted it dry. I'm just going to go up under the skin and loosen that up, and I'm going to do that up underneath the chicken breast as well as the legs. It's very important that you loosen up that skin because we're going to be putting the seasonings and the butter all up under there. So now you're going to grab that garlic herb butter that you just made and you're going to make sure you rub it all over the turkey skin. Make sure you get the thighs, the legs, the wing. Just make sure you get the butter everywhere. Don't be scared to really get in there because you want to make sure every part of this turkey is covered in that butter. So if you want to use some gloves, go ahead and do that. Now you're going to go ahead and lift up that skin and you're going to place the butter right on there and rub that in. You're also going to go ahead and pop out that thigh and make sure you get the butter in there too. Like I said, you want to make sure you get the butter everywhere. So of course you want to flip that turkey over so you can get the butter all over the backside as well. Now you're going to go in with the seasoning mix and make sure you get it everywhere, okay? Don't be skimpy with that seasonings. Make sure you get it everywhere. You're also going to go ahead and pull up that skin and make sure you season under that skin as well. That's very important. And do not skip the cavity. Make sure you season that up too. Next, you're going to take half of your Creole butter. Go ahead and add that to a cup so you don't have any cross-contamination going on. And you're going to go ahead and squeeze that all the way up into the injector and inject it into your turkey. Now I know some people typically just like to add it to the turkey breast. I like to add it everywhere. I like to add it to the thighs. The only place I do not add it is to the wings because it doesn't need to be there. So once you are all done injecting your turkey, you are all set with the prepping part, and it is time to add this into a big container, cover this up, and pop this in the fridge overnight. Alright, so it is the next day and it's time to put the final touches on the turkey so we could pop this in the oven. You're just going to go ahead and stuff this with the garlic, the onions, the lemon, the oranges. You're just going to make sure you really stuff that cavity well. And of course, you can't forget to add the thyme, rosemary, and sage. This is going to add so much flavor. It is going to flavor this turkey from the inside out. Now I like to trust my turkey so it can be nice and beautiful and it can be evenly browned and it just makes for a great presentation. However, if you want to, you can skip this step. It will still come out good. But don't skip this step because this right here is the game changer. All right, you guys definitely got to try out these oven bags. I'm telling you, super simple. All you got to do is put the turkey in the bag, Let it cook according to the instructions on the back, and just add a tablespoon of flour into that bag. Then you're gonna grab that bag in your hands and you're gonna go ahead and shake that up. You just wanna make sure the flour coats the whole entire bag. Then you're gonna add the bag to a casserole dish, add in your carrots, celery, and onions, and then add a little bit of thyme leaves in there as well. Now you can go ahead and add the turkey to the bag. You're gonna go ahead and make sure that turkey is in there, close that up, and these bags typically come with a twist tie. You're gonna go ahead and tie that really tight. And then you're gonna go ahead and cut 6 slits along the top. Make sure you're only cutting the slits along the top and not the bottom. Then pop this in the oven at 350 for 3 hours. Keep in mind, if your turkey is bigger than mine, you're gonna have to cook it for longer. Once the turkey comes out the oven, you're gonna have to let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. You don't wanna cut into this too early and all the juices come out. Speaking of juices, since we cooked it in this bag, it's made plenty of juice. So you're gonna go ahead and pour that over your turkey, get that all nice and basted. And when you're all done, you're gonna have the crispiest, juiciest, moist, and tender turkey you've ever had. You'll definitely impress the whole family with this recipe. But now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and cut into this. I'm gonna cut into the breast since the breast is normally the driest. And man, just look at how juicy that turkey is. You guys definitely need this on your Thanksgiving menu this year. That is why I left the full recipe in the description box below so you guys can make this for Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.